I'm Keith Willard.
I'm Cindy Garcia.
I'm Mel Garcia, and we're the Mailroom Clerks.
And here are our challengers. They're also three of a kind.
Hi, I'm Paul Stockler. I'm Brian Weekly.
I'm Dave Sesterman, and
We're Process Servers.
And they're here to play Hot Potato. And here to toss the hot potato, our host, Bill Cullen.
Hi there. I noticed it was just a specimen. I'll give it right back to you, Paul. Thank you for that. I almost got a process. Hello and welcome to Hot Potato. It is our pleasure to have you with us. Well, let's start off by introducing our current champions. Now, these three young people, bright, shiny-eyed, bushy-tailed, with one exception, have so far done very well because they, thus far, have come up with $18,000 in their pocket. Not bad. Very good. A lot of our country's big muckety-mucks begin in the mailroom or as pages or things like that. I hope you fellas and lady all follow their examples. It's a place to start. You know, speaking of mailroom clerks, that's sort of a starting job in a big company. And now you have $18,000 or $6,000 apiece. Mel, may I ask, only because you're young, do I ask you this, what's the most money prior to this you ever had? You know, one lump.
about 800.
800
Yeah.
bucks. Oh, you got 6,000
Yeah,
now.
it's a-
6,800 if you took care of your 800. How about you, Cindy?
I had $2,000 for an insurance coverage once.
Okay, and Keith, what was your top dollar?
Oh, not much, probably less than 1,000.
Okay, so now you all have $6,000 apiece. Our congratulations to you. Let us meet our process servers over here, Paul and Brian and David. Hi, Paul.
Hi, how are you?
You're the captain, you know that. You know, process servers are not the most welcome people in the world when they're at work, are they?
No, we don't have too many friends.
No. What's the worst thing ever happened to you in the process of serving a process?
Well, the worst thing is someone pointed a shotgun at my head once and told me I had 10 seconds to get off his property.
What'd you do?
I got off in 5.
I'm with you. I'm with you every step of the way. What's the worst, while we're on that subject, Brian, worst thing ever happened to you?
It's not quite as violent as Paul's, but I was once violently wrestled to the ground in a doctor's office in front of a lot of his patients.
For heaven's sake. I went to a doctor with a sore throat once. Same thing happened to me. No, I didn't. David, what's the worst thing ever happened to you?
The worst that ever happened to me was one time I got punched. I ended up with 2 broken ribs, believe it or not.
Oh, I believe it. And you're still in the business.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a way to make a living, and these days, that's what counts. How many ribs do you have altogether? 13? You're good for 6
Sounds good.
6.5 more punches. It must be an even number. Anyway, let me first pose the question. Control begins with our mailroom clerks, and here's the question for everybody. Hey, we have the 10 top-selling candies and candy bars in America. We have a list of them. You only have to name 7, the top-selling candies and candy bars in America. Keith, we begin with you. Do you want to answer, or do you want to challenge?
I will play and say Butterfinger.
Butterfinger. Hey, Keith, you're wrong. Sorry about that. You're out of the game. On the bench there, control passes. 2 ways to win, gentlemen. You can come up with a 7th answer or knock your opponents out of the game. There are only 2 left. What do you want to do, Paul?
I'm going to play.
All right.
I'm going to say Snickers.
Snickers is correct. 1 right answer. Actually, Snickers is the number 1 answer. What are you going to do, Brian? Come up with an answer? Or?
I'm going to go ahead and play. I'm going to say M&M's.
M&M's. More specific information. Like M&M.
Peanut M&M's.
Peanut M&M. Right, you saved it. Good. Okay. Well, David, we have 2 right answers, and you have 2 opponents.
Bill, I'm going to play, and I'm going to say Milky Way.
Milky Way. Yes, one of my favorites. Years ago, I was a big Milky Way man. What do you want to do, Paul?
I'm going to play.
All right.
And I'm going to say Baby Ruth.
Baby Ruth. Wrong. It was in vogue at one time, I suppose, but no longer so, according to our poll. No, these are the list of the best sellers. So that eliminates Paul. Control passes back to the mailroom clerks. And Cindy, you have 2 opponents. We need 4 answers.
I have to say Nestle Crunch.
Nestle Crunch is wrong. And Cindy, if you go join... Mel, you're all by yourself again.
Yeah, that's how
Control passes over there. The process servers have it. 1 opponent left over there, Brian. We need 4 more right answers if you're... Well, you do what you want.
Bill, I'm going to play. I'm going to say 3 Musketeers.
3 Musketeers is another right answer, Brian. Good. We need 3 answers, David. You have 1 opponent.
I'm gonna play, and I'm gonna say Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Correct again. We have 5 right answers. Now we know what processed servers eat for lunch. The answers given so far, I announced these only after we've had 5 answers. They are Snickers, M&M Peanuts, Milky Way, Three Musketeers, and Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. What are you going to do, Brian?
This potato's getting a little too hot for me. I'm going to pass to Mel.
It's up to you, Mel, to stay in the game. You got to come up with one. If you miss it, you're out of the game and they out of the round, and they win the round.
Hershey's.
Hershey's. More specific.
Hershey's milk chocolate.
Hershey's milk chocolate. Right. You stayed in there, Mel. Who challenged you, Brian, over there? Look where you are, Mel. You have one opponent left over there. We need one more right answer. You can win either way. Come up with the answer or knock out David. This is for the round. What do you want to do? Decision? You got it. That's a pass.
Yeah, it's a pass.
David, you got it. Name it, and you win the round by knocking Mel out.
I'm going to say Hershey's Plain.
Sorry, that's a repeat answer. You have to give me another answer.
I'm going to say Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces is wrong, and our mailroom clerks win the round. Come on down here, guys. Everybody back here. Okay, the mailroom clerks win a round. They're leading this game 1-0. The other answers I could have accepted are these. Hershey's Almond Bar, the Kit Kat Bar, M&M's Plain, which nobody mentioned, and Twix, T-W-I-X. Didn't know about that. We'll be back here in just a moment. Would you kindly watch this, please? This particular game, but processed servers, fear not, because this time you get a chance to start off. Let's see what you can do. By the way, if anyone here gets 7 straight, our 7 straight jackpot at the moment is worth $4,000. So it's worth a try, only if you think you can make it. Paul, I'll start with you in a moment. Here's the question we're working on. Other than Superman, who is your favorite superhero? That's the question posed by Davis Research in a nationwide survey. We want 7 of the 9 famous fictional figures most mentioned. Remember, fictional figures. I repeat that for everybody. All right, Paul, superhero, favorite, in a poll. What do you want to do?
I'm going to play and say Spider-Man.
Oh, you did it well, yes. I couldn't. Spider-Man, you'll all be interested, or perhaps some of you not to know, was the #1 answer given by more people than any other. Brian, what do you want to do? Answer or throw the hot potato over there?
Bill, I'm going to play. I'll say my favorite hero, Batman.
Batman is another right answer. We got 2 up there. Well, you guys are running true to form. Batman is the #2 answer. David, you don't necessarily have to give me the #3 answer. Just give me a right one.
I'll try my best and say Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman is right. 3 right answers on the board. Well, you need 4 more right answers. You have 3 opponents. And again, a reminder, 7 straight jackpot worth $4,000. What do you want to do, Paul?
I'm going to play, and I'm going to say Flash Gordon.
Flash Gordon. Ah, no. No, Flash is not up there. If you will kindly go and have a seat back there on the bench. Control passes back to you guys now. And Keith, it's up to you. Have 3 answers. You have 2 opponents.
Bill, I'm going to play and say Aquaman.
Aquaman. Another wrong answer, Keith. Oh, well, back to the bench. Well, here we are right back to you, fellas. 7 straight jackpots gone, but Brian, you're up now. You can answer, or you can challenge one of your 2 opponents.
I'll answer. I'll say the Incredible Hulk.
Incredible Hulk, right. You got another right answer. All right. 4 up there now. You need 3 answers. What do you want to do, David?
I'm going to play, and I'm going to say the Green Hornet.
Green Hornet. Wrong. Sorry, he didn't show up on the poll. Brian, you're alone as your partner goes back to sit on the bench. Well, back to the mailroom clerks. Now then. You kids have control. You only have 1 opponent over there. $18,000 won. Cindy, you're up. What do you want to do?
I'm going to pass the potato to Brian.
Well, Brian, to stay alive, and I mean that in more ways than one, to stay in the contest, you have to come up with the right answer. This is for the 2nd round in the game if you miss. If you make it, you gain control. Good luck.
I would have to say...
Time? Answer?
The Incredible Spider-Man.
I'm sorry, as we all know, incorrect. And the mailroom clerks have won another one. Sorry, guys. Boy, both teams started out with so much steam there. It's amazing how quickly we ran out. Let me tell you the ones that weren't mentioned that were in this poll. Buck Rogers. He's from my time. Buck Rogers with the flying belt and all that. He-Man. The Lone Ranger.
Oh, I forgot.
Popeye, and still in there, another from my time, Tarzan. They were the ones well, congratulations to our mailroom clerks. You've won another round. You pick up another $1,000. You have $19,000. To our process servers, sorry, fellas. We have some nice consolation prizes for you. Thank you very much. Well, we'll be back here and give our mailroom clerks a chance to go for an additional $5,000 in a moment. But right now, we're going out and earn $5,000. Watch how easy we do it. I'm just looking over in advance so I can get used to the questions here. They amuse me. I don't know what they'll do to you. The subject of today's bonus is weight, W-E-I-G-H-T. I'm going to show you a pair of objects, and each time you will have to tell me which item is the heavier. Each time you're right, as usual, you know this, you earn $500, answer 5 correctly, and you win the jackpot, which is now at $5,000. You may pass a question. Mel, you're the captain. You have 1 pass per game. The idea is to use it well. Okay, ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay, I think you like this. Question is, which is heavier? Is it a hummingbird or a ping pong ball?
Oh, my God.
Have a conference there. Come up with either an answer or you may pass. You have 1 minute. Talk right up.
I think we should pass it.
That ping pong doesn't weigh much.
I think it's pass.
But
Pass it.
I remember something about a hummingbird being really
Real light, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, now there
Pass, or?
Pass. None of us know.
were 2 opinions there. What are you going to do, Mel?
We're going to pass.
What would you have said?
I was going to say ping pong ball.
You would have been wrong. That was a good pass. That was a good pass. For the benefit of those of you in the audience who want to note this down, I'll give you time to go get your pencil. A hummingbird weighs 0.39 of an ounce. A ping pong ball, 0.09. So a hummingbird is the heavier of the 2. Okay, here we come now. Pass is used. You're going for $500. Which is heavier? 3 bagels or the human brain?
I would say the human brain.
The human brain's pretty heavy.
Human brain.
I'm not Jewish. Human brain.
The human brain's supposed to be really heavy.
I can't repeat what they said, but it was very amusing to me. Mel, you're the captain there. Which is heavier, 3 bagels or the human brain?
The human brain.
Good for you, Mel. That's right. 3 bagels. 3 bagels weigh 12 ounces, a human brain 3 pounds. I love that question. All right, let's see. You've used up your pass, but let's hope we get to all the questions. I wish you well. Going now. You going on?
Yeah.
Okay, going for 1,000 or nothing. Which is heavier of these 2? Would you say a soccer ball or a guinea pig? Talk it over and have a conference.
Guinea pig, I think. Soccer balls.
Soccer ball.
No, they're not that heavy. I think a guinea pig.
Yeah, wait, you think so?
Balls,
Guinea
basically.
pig.
I don't know, soccer ball's pretty
Soccer
heavy.
balls
I would
aren't
say-
It
that
is very
heavy.
heavy.
Yeah, I would say
I don't
soccer
think so.
Okay,
soccer.
time for a
I would say
decision.
2.
All right.
What do you want to say, Mel?
Soccer ball.
A soccer ball weighs a pound. A guinea pig, 1.5 pounds. Not many people know that. Sorry to say you didn't get that one, but you do have, because of the $1,000 you won last time, you have $19,000. And here's the good news. We always have some good news with the bad. You're going to meet some new opponents in a moment, and if you're successful, as you have been up to now, get back here and your jackpot will be worth $10,000. So that's not bad. That was a tough one. Tough. Okay, we got some opponents for you, and right now we thought everyone in our audience might like to know who they are. Who are they?
Hi, my name is Cheryl Meyer.
Hi, I'm Joey Meyer.
Hi, I'm Cherie Gregnano, and we're the Caterers! Woo!
Hello there. We are very happy to meet our caterers, and we're going to be back here to talk with them in just a moment. But right now, I thought you folks might want to go out in the kitchen and make a sandwich. We'll see you in a little while. Their jackpot, if they get up there again, is going to be worth $10,000. Let us welcome our caterers. Hello, girls.
Hello.
Ladies.
Hello.
Women, I don't know how to address people anymore, but I'm happy to have you female people
Thank you.
here. Cheryl, tell us a little bit about your team.
Well, we're caterers,
Uh-huh.
and we cater parties and for very special occasions.
Caterers, do caterers have problems with their weight? What do you do about your weight?
Well, I personally do aerobics and work out with my boyfriend. Work off all my my snacking.
Huh?
To work off my snacking.
Okay.
Keep busy.
And other than that, you do aerobics, huh? All right, very good. Joey, what do you do about your weight problem?
Well, I'm the one that usually gets up the earliest and works the longest day getting ready for the party, so I work it off.
So you work, that's not a bad idea. Cherie or Sherry?
Cherie.
Cherie, what do you do?
I just tape it to my hips. It's kind of obvious.
Didn't mean to make such a pointed or rounded question, as the case may be, Sherry. Oh, terrible, terrible, terrible. Let's boo him into the ground. No, let's not. I'll tell you what. Excuse me, all ladies. And we're all ready to play a game, so everybody listen. Control will begin, as always, with our champions. Here's a question. Upside down. Here's the question. Oh. There are currently 11 men who host network TV game shows. I, as you no doubt can see, am one of them. So do not include me in your answers, okay? Y'all know who I am. I mean, I don't want to say my own name because, you know, it's sort of brash, but you know over there. Okay, do not include me in your answers, lest I be terribly hurt. I like to stand alone. Okay, control begins with the mailroom clerks. Keith, it's up to you. Can you name one of those hosts, or do you want a challenge?
I'm going to go with Gene Rayburn.
Gene Rayburn is right answer. Old Gene. Old Gene, a peer of mine, and you notice I preface it by saying Old Gene. He's currently host of Match Game Hollywood Square Hour and been around as long as I have. How about you, Cindy? You want to answer? Name one of those hosts, or do you want a challenge?
I'm going to play and say Richard Dawson.
Richard Dawson is a right answer. We all know Richard Dawson does Family Feud. Before that, he was on Match Game, and before that, he was a movie actor. Did you know that? Okay. How about you, Mel?
Dick Clark.
Dick Clark, of course.